Welcome to Watchers on the Couch, Doctor Who edition,
Yay.
I guess. It's a brand new show that we're doing on Watchers on the Couch here.
It's not a brand new show to everyone else, but
It's not a brand new show to the world. It's like 50-something years old.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the oldest show you could possibly do.
Is that true?
I think so. Like, as far as, like, if you're going to cover new episodes as well.
Yeah.
What else has gone for 50 years?
The news.
You want to do a podcast on the news?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying,
Welcome to Watchers on the News?
No. No, that's cool.
Excuse me.
I'm saying that probably the oldest running type of programming would be the news.
And the people change all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
You're right. We should screw this podcast.
No.
So yeah, a whole new season of Doctor Who, whole new Doctor. So what better time to cover it on Watchers on the Couch, I guess.
No, it's great.
So season 11, or series 11, as they say in the UK.
Okay.
They don't say season.
I didn't know that.
Well, now you know.
Okay.
Don't you feel smart now?
I do feel like I learned something today.
Awesome. And boy, do they like letting you wait for a new season of Doctor Who.
Why do you say that?
It seems like it's been forever.
I don't know about forever, but
it was like spring of last year that the last season was, I think.
Okay. I guess this year has been so dramatic in so many different ways. I kind of just
you haven't been watching the clock?
I haven't been watching the clock.
I have been watching the clock.
Okay. All right. Well, I haven't noticed.
Well, I mean, excuse me, man. Mm-hmm. I have a long personal history with Doctor Who. So
yeah, you do.
I used to watch it with my dad on Sunday nights on PBS, because that's the only place you could see it in America.
That's
it was on
cool.
Public Broadcasting on Sunday nights, like
Yeah.
late at night, like at 9 p.m. So
so he let you stay up late and
late-ish.
Okay.
Late-ish.
Yeah.
So
Lucky.
yeah, so my doctor was Tom Baker and Peter Davidson growing up, and
Nice.
then didn't watch it so much more after that with the doctors that came after that.
Okay.
But, what's your history with Doctor Who?
Well, I mean, you should know. You were there.
Well, yeah, but the listeners don't know.
Okay. Well, listeners, little bit of history about my experience with Doctor Who. So Tim and I caught up, I guess, long time ago. I don't know how many years. It was a while ago. Anyway.
Well, how long have we been together?
A while.
It's about 6 years.
Okay. Sounds about right. But maybe 5?
5 years.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds more right. But anyway.
Seems like 6.
Oh, God. Sorry. No, anyway, so Tim was talking it up a lot, and I'm just like, all right, well, I guess we got to try this out.
Try it out.
And so I would go over to his house, he would come over to mine, and we would watch Doctor Who. And it was just like a couple of friends getting together, watching a show that they liked. And
New Who.
That was pretty cool.
It was New Who. I didn't expose you until...
Yeah, that's true. I didn't get like the original Doctor Who.
We started with 2005, and by the time I introduced it to you, was Matt Smith's time was already almost up.
Is that true?
Yeah, because it was right before the 50th anniversary.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So, and then that Christmas we weren't together.
Yeah.
That was like the one Christmas that we weren't together while we were dating, and that's when he changed to Peter Capaldi.
Are you sure about that?
I'm almost positive, yeah.
Okay.
Because I know I watched it by myself.
Oh, well then, yeah. How sad.
Because we weren't living together then.
That's true.
And you watched it at
my apartment?
No, I think you watched it at your mom's house. Or with your at your family's.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Well, I remember.
Okay.
Because that's how my memory works.
That's so sad. I'm sorry. Oh, sad times. Let's talk about happier things and like with the new doctor.
Okay, well, first, who's your favorite doctor so far?
Oh gosh, you would ask me that.
So you have Eccleston to choose from.
I know.
Tennant, Matt Smith, Peter Capaldi, technically Tom Baker, because I made you watch a bunch of those.
I'm not You're not
as
big of a fan of classic Doctor Who. And I think it's because maybe the storytelling, like, although it was like pretty fun, it's fun to watch. It's not really that deep, and it's very cheesy, and I feel like the New Who can be cheesy too, but it's so much more fun to watch. I feel like the stories can be more involved and more like deep, and like especially like the character like development of the Doctor is amazing.
Yeah.
With the new seasons. Like I feel really like the Doctor is, I don't know, holds a special place in my heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which Doctor?
I don't know. I mean, they're all so good from the newer season. I mean, Eccleston was my favorite for a long time, and I really liked Matt Smith too. But Capaldi, oh gosh, I think it's a toss up between Matt Smith and Capaldi.
Okay.
How about you?
The same way. I really like Eccleston when he started, and then, well, one of the interesting things in the U.S. is by the time the Eccleston season aired in America, it was already announced that he was gone, and David Tennant was already announced to be the next Doctor.
Yeah, that's true.
So I was already bummed out because it's like, who's this David Tennant guy? What? The guy from Harry Potter? Who cares about him? And right. I actually had a friend in England, and he said, no, give this guy a shot. He's really good.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be your favorite.
Yeah.
And David Tennant was my favorite for a while.
Yeah.
I think especially at the time of my life, like, because David Tennant's Doctor's pretty emo.
You think so?
Yeah. He's kind of like...
Woe is me?
Woe is me, kind of. Yeah, because he's still really mourning the Time War and things like that, and all his friends like always leaving him and things like that. And I was kind of emo in my mid to late 20s.
Okay.
So I think there was like some kind of weird personal relationship that I felt with that Doctor.
All right.
But once Matt Smith came around, I really liked Matt Smith.
Yeah.
Not to take anything away from David Tennant, but I think one of the reasons I like Matt Smith so much is that when he came on, I didn't miss David Tennant as much as I thought I would.
Wow.
Because there was a little bit of that with other, like when Tennant arrived, it's like, oh, I kind of miss Eccleston though. And then even when Capaldi, the first couple episodes with Capaldi, I miss Matt Smith.
I missed Matt Smith probably the first season of Capaldi because I feel like his relationship with Clara was really strained.
I really liked the way he played, like for like the pretty much the youngest. I think he is the youngest person to ever play the Doctor.
Yeah.
Played tired old man very well.
What?
Yeah.
Say that again.
He played tired, like his entire run. Like he's the older Doctor at this point.
Yeah.
And he's like when he's not jovial and kind of comedic like the second Doctor is. He's very...
You're talking about Matt Smith?
I'm talking about Matt Smith's portrayal of being an old man in a young man's body.
Yeah. No, it was really good.
So I think that's like right now, like I really like Capaldi a lot too, but I don't... a lot of the Capaldi storylines I didn't like as much. Like I thought the character was better than the episodes he was given.
Yeah. Okay.
And Matt Smith was given a lot of really good episodes, in my opinion. A lot of people disagree with me with that, but you know, screw them.
Or
but
not.
yeah, at any rate.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of which, even though Doctor Who is a family show, I should have probably put this right up at the top. Oh yeah,
this is not going to be safe for kids. Like where there's going to be probably cursing.
I will try my best.
No, he's not. He's not going to remember.
I'm not going to remember, but I'm going to try my best.
Okay.
To rein it in.
I'm not going to try at all.
If you've somehow stumbled into Watchers on the Couch Doctor Who like separately from the rest of the Watchers on the Couch series, be aware. Anything else that you might want to listen to, very not safe for work.
Yeah. Not safe for your kids, not safe for your wife, not safe for your family.
Probably not safe for your dog if it listens. It might like just cock its head like,
Yeah, maybe.
But I'm gonna do my best.
Okay.
Try to keep it at least PG-13.
We can try for that.
But you know, if not, F it.
Okay.
So, where did we last leave the Doctor going into this?
Well, Capaldi's Doctor was regenerating. I don't remember how he got sick or like what happened, but
he got pretty worn down in that battle on the ship that was also like an entire planet.
Right.
Like each level progressed in time differently because of
yes.
its nearness to an event
Oh my
horizon.
gosh, that was so heartbreaking. Oh, I forgot about that.
So that episode ends with him already in regeneration and trying to stave it off.
Right.
So then the Christmas episode is with him and oh man, what's that guy's name?
I don't know. He was in Harry Potter too, though.
Yeah, I keep
right?
wanting to say he's playing William Hartnell's first Doctor, and oh my god, the fact that I would have been able to tell you.
That's okay.
Right before the camera.
You know what,
started
listeners,
rolling.
Look it up.
You
it's
you
okay.
guys know who it is,
right? Anyway, go on. Yeah, in the Christmas episode, he was basically talking to the first Doctor,
who was also getting ready to regenerate.
Yeah,
into Peter Troughton. So yeah, there's that whole episode, and then at the end, he decides he's okay with regenerating.
Yeah,
and he regenerates into Jodie Whittaker, the first female Doctor.
Yeah,
and then the TARDIS immediately throws her up into space.
Yes!
And blows up
what
or
the hell?
disintegrates or what
Why?
have you. I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Oh, so crazy.
The TARDIS usually takes a big beating every time there's a regeneration. Like Matt Smith crashed to Earth.
Yeah.
After David Tennant's regeneration blew it up.
Yep. Yeah, the TARDIS and the Doctor. I mean, like you can't. It's like peanut butter and jelly. You can't have one without the. I mean, you can, but like, it's so much better when they're together.
It crashed, or it started to crash when Matt Smith regenerated into Peter Capaldi.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just
Yeah, they're tied.
Something we've decided to add to the new era of Doctor Who.
Right. Okay, so Jodie Whittaker is thrown from the
TARDIS and is plummeting to Earth.
Yeah.
That's where the Christmas special ends, and we begin with the first episode of Series 11, The Woman Who Fell to Earth. Starts out with who's going to be one of the new companions. Oh, we can't say companions anymore.
Oh, why?
They're not called companions.
What are they called now?
It's not woke to say companions anymore.
I don't understand why.
They're now called Friends of the Doctor.
Okay. Why are they not companions, though?
I don't know.
That's such an odd
I think it has something to do with the inclusion and yada, 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 because they made sure to clarify that when they were doing the Comic-Con talking.
Okay.
Because the one guy said companions and then corrected himself immediately.
Oh, wow. Okay. No longer companions, now friends of the Doctor.
Which is a much bigger mouthful. I think I'm probably still going to say companions.
I think a lot of people are, because I'm actually looking at theverge.com right now, which has a review of the episode that we just watched, just so I can get the names of people so I don't forget. But yeah, it refers to them as companions there too.
Well, if The Verge does it, it's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't like it, take it up with The Verge.
Right. So anyway,
so it opens with Ryan Sinclair.
Yeah, as a YouTube video.
Yeah,
which was
hi Ryan Sinclair.
Hey, I was actually paying attention to how many views he had,
19.
and what was on the right hand side, what kind of stuff was on the right hand side, and it was it all looked made up, but it was pretty clever that they did it that way.
Right. Yeah. Talking about the most incredible woman he's ever met. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which you assume is the Doctor.
Right. Yeah, of course it would be the Doctor.
Right. So fast forward.
He's talking about how he had to start at the beginning of the story and how he ended up where he was. And it all started with him trying to learn how to ride a bike at however old he is. I don't know. But him and his gran and his step grandfather all together on the top of this hill with no pavement. I'm sorry, but if you're trying to learn how to ride a bike, at least try to do it on a pavement.
Yeah, is that an England thing? Do you guys learn how to ride bikes on grass? Because we use pavement.
Yeah, it was kind of odd.
I mean, I guess it hurts less when you fall, but it's a lot easier to keep your balance.
Yeah, it's totally easier because the ground's level. But he was trying to learn how to ride a bike and he can't figure it out. And it looked like for a minute that he could, and then he just fell. And
because he's got some kind of balance issue.
Yeah, which is just okay, you have a balance issue,
which means you probably will never be able to ride a bike. You think so? It's why are you trying to make this poor kid who's got a disability ride a bike?
I don't know. It was so interesting though. So he got frustrated. He throws his bike off this off a cliff, essentially, like off this really steep hill. And then him and his gran and like his step grandfather are all sitting on this, like, looks very precarious, like, looks like, oh, I'm just gonna push you off. And
Yeah, I don't know much about Sheffield, but
yeah, no, it just looked really scary. And so they're sitting and they're talking about whatever, and like she's like, oh, you make me so proud. And I'm thinking to myself, like, really? Like, he just threw a bike off the side of a hill because he got frustrated.
Just chucked a $200 bikes
yeah,
off.
And that makes you proud. I don't get it. Anyway, that's love, though. I don't have kids, so I'm sure I'd be proud of my kid if he chucked a bike too.
Well,
you know,
it'd be if you were proud of your grandkid.
Yeah.
So, hey, good arm. You might not be able to ride a bike, but you can throw one.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's kind of impressive.
It is, actually. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't like made of like whatever the super light metal is. You know, it had to be heavy.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're getting so off topic.
Well, we do that on this show.
So what happened next? The grandmother and what do we call him?
Graham. His name is Graham.
Graham. Okay. Graham and Gran.
Grace.
Grace?
Is her name.
Okay, thank you. So Grace and Graham have to go catch the train to go back. They're like, you get the bike, figure it out, whatever. Peace out. Mm-hmm. And he goes down to check on his bike, which ends up being in a tree.
Yep.
And that's where I'm going to leave it to you to tell the rest of the story. The whole rest of the story.
The whole rest of the story?
Yeah.
Great, thanks.
You're welcome.
So we take a brief pause from that to get introduced.
Sorry.
We take a brief pause from that, I think, because I don't think he finds... Well, maybe he does. He finds something in the forest, which looks like a big, gelatinous Hershey Kiss.
That's blue.
That's blue.
Yeah.
Or purple or something like that. Which then, of course, emits shiny lights in a nice whimsical pattern.
Well, that didn't come until like there was the light in the that he had to push. He touched the light.
Well, I think the symbol showed up first, and then like, as it was spinning around, then it formed the button, and then he pushed the button.
He pushed the button, and then the Hershey Kiss showed up.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It was just the lights at first, which generated the Hershey.
Yeah.
My bad.
That's okay. Mm-hmm. Do we need to tell this word for word? Like, I feel like maybe the listeners have already like watched the show.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, fine.
No, I'm just. I mean, do you want to do that? Do you want to talk about it? Like,
it would take a while
because I started doing that because that's how my brain works. But we don't have to.
If we do that, it's going to be a long.
Let's
episode.
talk about what we thought about the episode.
Okay.
How about that?
All right.
All right. Sorry, guys. Do over.
At this point, we're going to assume that everybody's seen it, and you don't need us to tell you everything about it.
Yeah. Do you actually want to start over
No.
entirely?
No, it's okay.
All right. So, what did you think about the episode?
I actually want to pass it to you first.
Okay.
Because as a new Doctor Who fan with the first female Doctor, how did you feel about the new episode?
I don't want to focus on the female aspect of it.
Okay.
I think it's wonderful that the Doctor, the Whoiverse or whatever we call it. I don't know what you call it.
Okay.
What?
No, it's fine. Whoviverse is fine.
I think it's great. I
think it's Hooniverse.
Hooniverse? Okay, perfect. I think it's great that it's inclusive and it's not being like only white men can be the Doctor, you know? Mm-hmm. And so far it has been only white people, like, you know, whatever. And I think it's great that we have a female Doctor, but I don't think we need to focus on that so much. I mean, like, I think as a Doctor, like just looking at her as the Doctor, I think she's going to be awesome.
Okay.
And I'm saying that because the acting that she threw into this, like she was the Doctor. Like she was an embodiment of the Doctor. Like her energy and the way that she was being clever and figuring things out, and just her character, the character of the Doctor. Mm-hmm. It was like there was like it was like she was every Doctor.
Okay.
That's how I felt about it. I don't know. What did you think of her?
Of Jodie Whittaker's performance as the Doctor thus far, I don't have any real problem with it. I think it's a little too early for me to tell.
Yeah.
I think she'll be fine. Mm-hmm. But like so far, I probably wouldn't put her at the top of the list or anything.
Okay.
Just yet. But I wouldn't have put Capaldi at the top of the list after the dinosaur Victorian era
that was
episode either.
So funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she has the energy for it. There's like an energy similar to kind of Matt Smith and David Tennant.
Yeah.
Maybe more David Tennant in terms of maybe not.
I don't know. It's too early to tell. But I could like just her performance. Like I can remember it's on the tip of my, my what is that thing?
Tongue.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was really, really well done. Mm-hmm. And then the Friends of the Doctor. What did you think of those?
So far I'm not impressed with the companions.
Oh no. Mm-hmm. Why?
My main problem with it is I think there's too many of them.
Oh.
I don't think there needs to be one.
Okay.
But having 3 and having them all introduced at the same time kind of makes it feel like the people running the show don't necessarily trust the casting of the Doctor enough on its own.
Oh, shit. Okay. That's interesting.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I think Doctor Who usually works better if it's... I can't even remember a time where we've had 3 companions.
I don't know.
I know we've had, like, old Doctor Who had 2 fairly frequently.
Yeah.
The only time we really had 2...
Would you ever consider the robot dog, I can't remember his name, K9?
K9?
Would you consider him a companion?
I would not technically consider him a companion.
Okay. Well, if you did, there would be 3 at that point in time, wouldn't there? Because I remember there being like an episode that you showed me, and I don't remember if it was it Baker?
It would have been Baker if it was K9, yeah.
Yeah. And there was a man and a woman and K9.
Dr. Harry Sullivan and Sarah Jane Smith would probably be...
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, would it been? Was K9 around with Sarah Jane Smith, or was that...
That seems right.
Boy, this is going to get comments in the comment section, because I don't remember that right.
Okay.
Well,
let them come in.
Yeah.
Let those comments come in.
Yeah, for some reason I thought K9 was about the same time as...
Just commit to it. It was Sarah. Sarah and K9.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Well, K9 gets blown up at some point.
Yeah.
And then everybody leaves. Like, Leela leaves. Mm-hmm. Then he has a box that's like K9 Mark II, and that's how that episode ends.
Yeah.
No, K9 was introduced with Leela, not with Sarah Jane. So that at that point it was Leela and K9.
Okay.
Sarah Jane does come into contact with K9 at some point.
Yeah, because you remember that episode that was more recent with Matt.
The David Tennant one.
Oh, I thought it was Matt Smith.
No, it's David Tennant. When they get reintroduced.
Yeah.
After X amount of years.
I'm almost certain it was Matt Smith because he said bow ties are cool.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. All right.
I know exactly what the episode is with Sarah Jane Smith and David Tennant.
Okay.
And he leaves a K9, or K9's there.
Yeah, K9's there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's David Tennant.
All right.
And the guy that plays Giles and Buffy was the bad guy in that episode.
Okay. So you didn't like the Friends of the Doctor?
Well, I mean, it's again one of those things where they crammed a lot into this episode, so there's not a lot of time to like anybody just yet.
Okay.
I mean, unfortunately, the person that's the most likable dies at the end of the episode.
I know. What the hell? I hated that. I really hated that.
It was really dark for
a first episode. Yeah.
Especially for a Doctor Who episode.
I thought it was really interesting.
It was more Torchwood dark than it was Doctor Who dark.
Yeah, I would agree with that. In that same kind of scene, the important guy, whatever his name was, the guy who the creature of the week was trying to capture, when they're on the top of, I don't know what it's called, when they were like
crane.
Top of the crane?
Yeah, they were on a crane, weren't they?
I don't know what they were on. I don't know construction.
A lift. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. They were on this thing, and there was that point when the bad guy was just going to go home, and then the important guy tripped him, I guess, or pushed him.
Yeah.
And the doctor said, you had no right to do that. He just killed like 3 or 4 people that we know of. And he had no right to trip him to stop him from doing that anymore.
Yeah.
I don't get that. Do you understand?
Yeah, that's the doctor.
Okay, explain that to me then, please.
The new doctor is not into killing people. Like,
okay.
Nobody in the none of the new Who doctors would have let that fly.
Really?
Yeah, if any of the other doctors would have given that kid a stern talking to if he had actually killed that guy.
Okay.
Kind of like how David Tennant's first episode, where the aliens come to Earth, they do the like blood magic thing to like make it seem like all the A positive people are going to jump off the cliff. He challenges the guy to a duel, wins the duel. He does end up killing that guy because he gave him a chance and he decided to come back at him. But the people as a whole, like the aliens as a whole, got in their ship and tried to leave, and then the prime minister activated the Torchwood protocol and blew up the ship.
Right.
And after that, the doctor decided to end her reign as prime minister by putting a whisper in one of her aide's ears.
Interesting.
So yeah, he's not she is not into.
The doctor is not
into killing unnecessarily.
Okay. Wow. But yeah, Grace died. Grandma.
And then it turns out that that's who the YouTube video was for.
Yeah, which was really sweet. Yeah, and then the end of the episode when I think they're obviously trying to do some character development. You know, this kid Ryan has a really bad upbringing. His dad is unreliable. Don't know where his mom is. Did she pass away?
I don't know he had mentioned that.
Okay.
That she had died like 6 years ago.
Okay. So, yeah, he's just kind of alone now because he didn't get along with Graham at all. I mean, Graham liked him, but like he didn't like Graham.
Yes.
So, I mean, like in his eyes, he doesn't have anybody left. It's just really, really sad. So.
Well, they got bigger things to worry about now. We've kind of completely glossed over the other companion.
Yaz?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to talk about her?
I don't know what to talk about.
I think she's going to be a love interest for Ryan.
Okay.
I think that's kind of a given. I don't see it going any other way, honestly. I mean, like that's just kind of like, I know it's lazy storytelling or whatever to just like, oh, they're going to be a love interest, but they're going to be a love interest. That's what the people want.
Is it?
I want it.
Okay. Well,
I like love stories.
You are officially people.
I'm a person with ideas. Yeah.
There wasn't a lot going on with. Yeah, they didn't give her character a lot to work with so far in this episode.
Well, she's a very frustrated cop. Gets no respect.
Not even a full cop.
Yeah.
But apparently, even though she's like not like a full cop, she's allowed to like drive around and solve crimes freely.
Yeah.
Well,
she's also very diplomatic as well, and you saw that with her first interaction with 2 people that were having an argument over over a stupid parking spot. She handled that really well.
Well, now she's parked out in outer space because
right. Well, they all are accidentally, unfortunately. Yeah.
So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Like the trailers didn't show the TARDIS. So I don't know if they're going to get picked up by like another spaceship,
Kind of
or
seems like that might happen.
if the TARDIS is going to show up at the last minute and scoop them all up.
Who knows?
I wouldn't mind a delay of the TARDIS, but
yeah,
just to give some more focus on the characters that I don't think got enough time to develop anything in this episode. Really, it was basically just establishing characters, but be able to get some more character development in before we have to do the whole "it's bigger on the inside" stuff.
It's a favorite part.
Oh yeah, it's great. I've heard rumors. I don't know if any of these are true.
Are these rumors like spoilers?
They could potentially be spoilers.
All right. Well,
when I say these are rumors, I've heard them like third hand. So
all right, let's hear it.
Maybe even fourth hand. I've heard that there is a potential that we might see Jack.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, I love Jack. Wait, how?
I don't know.
Okay, go on.
I don't know.
Go on.
I think there was like some picture from like one of the episodes later in the season, and there's a guy there's a jacket like behind the Doctor, like standing with her, but the focus is on the Doctor, so you can't see the character all the way, and it's kind of like a World War II kind of jacket.
Okay.
So
cool.
That's like the only time we've had to. Well, I guess Mickey would be a second companion to Rose, but it was usually Jack and Rose.
Well, Jack would make sense because like he got that. Somehow he's gonna live for a very, 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 very long time. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was thinking of how many times we've had two companions in the new Doctor Who.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess, duh, Amy and Rory.
Yeah,
pretty much the entire time.
Right.
Yeah, duh. Yeah, I think two is a good number of companions. I think three, especially if you're only going for like a 10 episode season. It's
I think Yaz and God, I've already forgotten his name.
Ryan.
I wanted to say Jamie for some reason, but that's Jamie Whittaker. I think Yaz and Ryan are going to be the two that are just like, yeah, let's go, whatever the Doctor says. And Graham's going to be the curmudgeon. Yeah, that's just like, are we really doing this again? I'm so tired, guys. Oh, I can't run anymore.
Where's my Metamucil?
Right. He's the comic relief.
Oh. I'd like to. I'm hoping he will get more. Well, Rory was kind of like that too.
Yeah.
So I'd kind of like to see him get more adventurous, probably pretty early on. But that's just me.
Yeah.
So overall, like the quality of what did you think of the episode itself?
I loved it.
Okay.
I was really excited.
Okay.
I was really excited to see everything. I was really upset by the commercials.
Oh my God, the commercials.
It took forever. But I mean, that was just our viewing experience. Like if you watched it on any other streaming service that allows you to actually watch Doctor Who without commercials, I'm sure it would have been amazing. But I hated the commercials.
So what Sarah and I have been cord cutters for several years now. And what usually happens is we will buy the season on either Amazon or iTunes or something like that.
Right.
And Doctor Who usually aired on Saturdays, which means it was available for us to watch on Sundays, which worked well for Watchers on the Couch stuff.
Well,
because
we
never did it for this, but let me finish.
Go on.
A lot of the shows that we do for Watchers on the Couch are Sunday night shows.
Yeah.
So we'd be able to watch them Sunday, podcast about it on Monday.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. So now that they've changed the day to Sunday, this kind of throws our schedule for a loop.
A little bit, yeah. We're going to have to figure it out.
So usually Watchers on the Couch that we do, we like to get out by Wednesday, but I don't think that's going to happen for this season of Doctor Who.
We'll figure it out.
So just for the listeners, the longtime listeners and for the new listeners, probably look for the Doctor Who episodes probably on Thursday and Friday, or Friday, unfortunately, just because of school nights and how long it takes to edit the audio and the video that we're doing for this season. It wasn't my favorite episode by far.
No, it wasn't my favorite either, but I still loved it.
I still love the Doctor Who's back, and I'm definitely eager to watch the entire season. I thought this. I didn't like Bluey McTeethface.
Ugh. Okay. We didn't talk about the creature. We didn't talk about the creature of the week.
Is Bluey McTeethface.
Oh, it was awful. What was it? Tom Shaw?
Tim Shaw.
Timmy's. Oh, nastiness.
All human teeth.
Seemed that way.
So
I mean, the Doctor's not human.
True. So I guess humanoid teeth.
Yeah.
No, I guess he's not. No fangs or anything like that.
No, well, I mean, like if they were, you saw the other side of it. You didn't see the fangy side of it.
Oh, he keeps them. He keeps them cord. Like who knows? Maybe his face isn't the only place he keeps his teeth.
Oh, gross! Yuck!
Where would you keep your teeth?
In my mouth, and only mine, not other people's. That's so nasty.
Oh, it's nasty as hell.
Nasty as hell. It was so gross. Yeah, and then the little like thingamabobber.
The tentacle-y thing.
Tentacle-y thing. He's such a cheater. Cheater, pumpkin eater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
Yeah.
But he's still alive out there somewhere. Maybe we'll see him again.
Yeah, we might. And I almost imagine that we will because, when you introduce a character like that, we're going to see so many more of that particular type of character.
Oh, man.
It's going to be like the Cybermen or the exterminate Daleks, yeah. You can see a lot of them.
I don't want to see a bunch of teeth people.
I don't either. I think it's really gross, but I think it's going to happen.
Oh, sorry guys. Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably about it. So
yeah.
They're on a desert planet next week, it looks like.
Yeah, they somehow get out of space, which is amazing. So
it's always amazing to get out of space.
Good on them. And
good on them. Good for you guys. Way to get out of space. And then it looks like there's some gruff military type people,
yep.
as we are wont to see in at least once in every season of Doctor Who.
Yes. Yes.
So, yeah, that'll be great. As far as plug type stuff to do, visit watchersonthecouch.com.
Yeah.
Not only for more on Watchers on the Couch Doctor Who edition, but we have many other shows. As I said, they're not safe for work, but well,
with headphones they might be.
Yeah, not safe for kids. Let's say that.
Okay.
But our friends Jimmy and Mike do a Better Call Saul recap.
Yeah, they do.
And I'm actually thinking about ripping off a couple of their segments for this one.
Oh, no. Mm-hmm. What are they?
There's one, it's a appeals court. So anytime we get something wrong and we need to correct it on air, it's the appeals court segment.
Love it.
Which happens.
That doesn't really make sense. I mean, for Better Call Saul, like he's a lawyer, right?
Uh-huh.
So appeals court makes sense. It kind of like ties in. Mm-hmm. That's really cute. Are we going to have our own name for it? Like... We'll have to come up with something.
Well, you guys can suggest your own name for it. I'm going to go for appeals court just for branding.
All right.
And I don't know if they have a name for this segment, but Jimmy brings up low rating reviews on IMDb for episodes.
Really?
And they discuss it.
Oh, I love that.
So I actually looked up
That's such a good idea, Jimmy.
I looked up the 1-star reviews on IMDb for this episode.
Yeah.
And they were all garbage people.
Oh,
it's all anti-political correctness people and things like that.
That's lame, guys. Don't be that person.
So it was like, that's not an opinion that, like, even if I consider that opinion valid, it's not a fun one to discuss on the show.
No, I don't want to do that.
I'm looking for just dumb people opinions.
Yeah, I like that. Let's find some just really stupid opinions that
we can make fun of.
Or
at least
they're funny.
Or at least tell them why they're wrong.
I like that. I don't want to get all political with it either.
No, absolutely not. There's enough of that.
Yeah. It's exhausting.
I do get semi-political in our Venom podcast.
Do you really?
I do.
How? I guess I'll have to listen to find out.
Oh, that reminds me.
And you will too.
A couple days ago, by the time you hear this release, we've already released our first episode of our new series, Watchers at the Movies. It's also in our main Watchers on the Couch feed, so if you're subscribed to that, you will already have it.
Yeah.
But if you subscribe to our shows individually, also consider checking out At the Movies. That's going to be a monthly episodic series. So for this month in October, we did Venom.
What are we doing for November?
Oh, what do you know? I actually announced that at the end of the Venom episode.
Well, why don't you announce it here too?
Okay. November, we're actually doing Fantastic Beasts 2, Electric Boogaloo.
That's so fun. I want to see that so bad.
Crimes of Grindelwald. Are you going to be on that episode?
Probably not. I don't know enough about... I can't speak...
You don't have to.
...very intelligently
There's
about...
no books for these. It's just the movies.
All right. Well, maybe I'll be on it.
Okay. Well, maybe you'll be on it and I won't be on it. You can be the
Whatever.
You can be the resident pickerel and you can do it with Nick and Debbie.
We'll figure it out. That sounds awesome. I would love to do that. I just don't want you to feel left out.
I have plenty to do.
Okay.
I don't have to be on every show.
All right.
I like not being. I like that I had a few months off, and this is my first time back on mic since Westworld.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, maybe if Nick and Debbie are cool with that, then we can do that.
Okay, great. So yeah, look forward to that. Is there anything else? Oh, Watchers on the Couch. It has everything. It has a link to our T-shirt. What is that on? It's on TeePublic.
Yeah. Yeah.
A link to our TeePublic store where you can get a Watchers on the Couch logo shirt, which I forgot to wear again. And then also a link to our private Facebook group, A Couch for Watchers, where we take the discussion even further.
Yes.
And also make fun of each other.
Oh my gosh.
As far as the hosts go, all the hosts like to give each other a hard time.
That was so fun. Yeah, it's such a fun group to be a part of.
But if you are a Doctor Who fan, we'd very much like you in that group because right now, none of the other hosts watch Doctor Who. Sarah and I are the only Whovians. Yeah. So we need more Whovians in that group. So we'd appreciate you being there and checking it out, trying it out. But until next week, I'm Tim Pickerel.
I'm Sarah Pickerel.
And I'm still going to say, and now our watch is ended until next week, even though that's our Game of Thrones closing.
That's fine.
It's just branding at this point.
You keep it.
All right.
Keep it going. Keep it rolling.
And
I
now
like
our
it.
watch is ended. Until next week.
Good job.